and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in today's video I thought I would just post a chatty get ready with me, and I'm gonna make myself look all cute today. Even though we don't necessarily have anywhere to go, I think it's really important to preserve self-care routines and make yourself feel special. Makeup is my chosen form of expression for today. And I mean, we have the whole glam squad in here, and when I say that, I mean my hair straightener, my makeup, all of my makeup brushes. It's a pretty fun time. I have already primed my skin, meaning I have completed my skincare routine as well as actually putting primer on my face. I've also got some lip balm on my lips, and I just straightened out my hair because that was a mess. So I'm just going in with this Physicians Formula concealer. I've really been liking keeping it light recently, especially because I'm not going out, but I also don't need my makeup to stay on for 6 hours like I did at school. So I've really been liking using this product, and a little bit goes such a long way. Now for me, that's literally all for the base, so just some primer and concealer. I really don't need any more at the moment. I'm trying to obviously let my skin breathe as much as possible, and on the days I'm not filming, I'm really trying to have no makeup days. So now I'm going to start with the eyes, and I'm going to go in with this New by Nature palette, and I'm going to go in with a taupey brown shade and work it through my crease. Recently, I've been feeling like I'm in need of a change that's like almost an instant gratification fix. I absolutely despise that I'm saying this, but I really want to dye my hair and film it. Now, my rationale for this is that if it goes horribly wrong and I hate the way it turns out, then no one's going to see me for like at least another 6 months. Also, my hair, you probably can't tell in this lighting, but it's like rainbow hair, so I just want to dye it to this color. But some days I'm brunette, other days I'm red. My hair is not my friend at the moment. So now that I've gone in with that top shade, I'm just going to darken it a bit by placing a cool tone brown over it. Anyway, back to the hair dilemma. The thing is, I'm only be dyeing it brown, so it almost gives me more reason to dye it. But my mum told her hairdresser, and her hairdresser was like, people pay to have your hair. But I don't think they ask for like 5 colours when they get their highlights. So that's my dilemma here. So now I'm just going in with the shimmery shade just on the lash line. I find if you use your finger, it is way more pigmented than with any brush. I've tried even wetting the brush and it still doesn't come up that well. I don't just want this video to be a get ready with me though. I do want to show you some of the things I do incorporate into my self-care routine. I think in times like these, it is especially necessary to incorporate measures into your self-care routine. So today I'm going to do something a bit more lavish and treat myself with a bath and some candles, and I'll show you how that turns out. So now that I'm happy with how the eyeshadow turned out, I'm going to go in with my eyelash colors and then apply a coat of mascara. Naturally, I have pretty long eyelashes, but they're blonde on the end and they go straight out, so I need to curl them like 2 or 3 times before I apply mascara so that they can hold their curl, which is annoying. I would love to get a keratin eyelash lift. It's just weird that they put the chemicals so close to your eyes. I don't know how I'd feel about that. I forgot to do this before, but obviously powder is really important as it locks the makeup in for the day. And then the final step is lips. So I've always been a gloss girl, so I'm going to put on this lip plumping gloss. So that's everything for the makeup portion of this get ready with me. I'm going to go and get changed and I will show you my outfit once I do. So this is just my outfit for today, and I'm going to go and force my brother to take Instagram pictures. For the at-home spa/pamper segment, I thought I would just sit down with you and go through some of the products I incorporate into my nightly pamper routine. So for me, a key aspect of my pamper routine is if I happen to go through this routine on a day that I'm washing my hair, I like to incorporate some things that I usually wouldn't do, like hair masks. So in the shower, I use the OGX Keratin shampoo, but I happen to prefer this one by Acure. I'm just trying to use up the OGX one, both of which have straightening properties though, which is a key feature for my hair. You may not be able to tell because I've been at it with a flat iron for ages. My hair naturally gets pretty wavy, and I always say I'd either prefer to just naturally have dead straight hair or really curly hair. In between, it's like, what are you doing? You're sort of limp there, but then you're like crazy down the bottom. So I don't even know how to deal with my own hair. So as I said, I did use a hair mask in the shower today. When I got out of the shower, I started by blow drying my hair. When the hair was damp, so it was dry for the most part, I ran some oil through my hair. Now that is from the brand Behave, and my hairdresser actually gave me some of the samples, but I had a few to choose from. So I was either going to use this Fresh Ends Split Ends Repair or the hair oil, and I ended up using the hair oil, and it was argan oil. I never put it through my roots because I naturally get pretty greasy up there, so that's a no-go for me. I did use it through the lower portion of my hair and it worked really nicely, and I think it's great if you are using heat tools like I did today to have some form of protectant in your hair. And I love blow drying my hair on a pamper day because nothing can replace that feeling of a salon blowout, and that's the closest I'm going to get to it at home. So in any evening pamper routine, the first step for me, which is crucial, is to remove my makeup. As soon as I get home and I'm ready to begin relaxing, makeup comes off and a face mask is put on. So I have a few options in terms of face mask which I would recommend. So the first one is this Swiss Manuka Honey and Charcoal Mask. I really like this product. It's very gentle on the skin even though it's charcoal. It detoxifies and draws out any impurities from your skin. So then I have my Sukin Pink Clay Face Mask. I think I will be using this product tonight, but this is such a nice product. It's very gentle on the skin, and while it also does draw out impurities, I tend to not have any problems with my skin after using this mask, because a lot of masks can be a bit problematic in the fact that they draw out all of the toxins and they come to the surface. And the final mask I just received today. I ordered it a while ago, but I haven't used it yet, so I'll update you on this one. But it's the Mario Drying Mask. I'm very fond of the drying lotion, so I'm hoping that I will have similar results with this product. So before I head into the bath, I tend to light a few candles. It's really important for me to get into an ambient state. I also like to listen to some music. More often than not during pamper routines, it's very calming classical music, which, I mean, Beethoven's not everyone's jam, but. And then just before I get in the bath, I use a body scrub. I've really been loving this Body Blend scrub. Now this is made in Australia. As well as supporting local, the thing I really love about this body scrub is that it doesn't contain sugar in it, because if I don't consume sugar, why would I want to put sugar on my skin? Because it all absorbs eventually. So I really like this. It's 100% natural and it smells amazing. Oh, and I love the coffee. It makes me feel like I just have a fresh cup of joe. And then when I'm running the bath, I will tend to use some bath salts. I would usually also use a bath bomb, but Lush was closed down and I'm not prepared to make an order from their website, and I don't really like a lot of other bath bombs because they're very heavily fragranced, and I am not talking about the essential oil fragrances, because under the ingredient fragrance they can literally put anything they want. There are no regulations in terms of fragrance. I always steer clear of any bath bombs I see in like malls or pharmacies or anything like that. So now it's just me and my Epsom salts. These are also really great for sore muscles. If you work out a lot and you need recovery time, then on a rest day. So once I'm out of the bath, I will move on to some of the skincare treatments that I do specifically in my pamper routine. So these aren't things that I do every night, but they're things that I do incorporate into my pamper routines. So I'm actually going to be using these hydrogen eye patches. I have used these before, but they are really soothing. It feels so nice to depuff. It's like the grown-up equivalent of having cucumbers on your eyes. So another thing I love to do is to use my lip scrub and then follow it with a lip mask. So I've actually run out of my lip mask, but the one I would recommend is the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask. I love that product so much. I literally used a whole tub so fast. It was the most beautiful thing ever. I'm trying to find a natural alternative. I've come across a few Korean beauty inspired ones, and the thing about the Korean skincare market is it is much more regulated. They are way more strict with what they can put in their skincare products, so I'm definitely going to be venturing into that market. But then the lip scrub I make myself, so it's literally just honey and salt and a few essential oil drops. So it's a super easy DIY at home, and it really works for me. My pet peeve when it comes to skincare is crusty lips. I can't deal with it. I have to exfoliate and moisturize, and I swear anyone that knows me will tell you I put on about 100 layers of lip balm a day. So I will also go in with my jade roller. I love my jade roller, especially on pamper nights. It's not something I do every night. I should really get into the habit of it, but it's something that I do to indulge, and I naturally associate it with pamper routines and spa routines. So that's really good for blood circulation and lymphatic drainage. I love my jade roller. A gua sha is another great option, but for me, nothing beats the feeling of a jade roller around my eyes and in all the nooks and crannies. It's just best feeling ever, especially after moisturizer. Which leads me to my next point. I will quickly show you some of the skincare products that I use on a regular basis. So these are not the treatment products only for pamper routines that I was speaking about before. So the first one I've been using very frequently is the Asano Purifying Gel Cleanser. Not only do I love it because it's pastel pink, but also because it is one of the most natural foaming face washes on the market. I really like it, and it smells like marshmallow, which is always nice. So another thing I've been using is this Gerlach Rose Moisturizer. I ran out of my Irina Skin one, and I remember when I did the review, I said that it felt like jelly. It was this gel moisturizer and it was revolutionary, skin game changing. I loved that product, but I am yet to repurchase it. So in the interim, I've been using this, and it's really nice. It's a completely different consistency. This is a lotion opposed to a gel-based product, but it is really great and I really like it and gets the job done. Of course, smells like roses. Now, I know I'm young and some of you may argue this is a very unnecessary step in my routine, but eye cream, I mean, I think I'm starting early, and I think that's a good thing because I don't get a lot of sleep. I've mentioned that. I think I've become an insomniac, and I'm genuinely not saying that in a relatable teen bandwagon way. I actually find it really difficult to sleep. So I need eye products that can do wonders. And if they work on me, then hopefully they will work on you, because sometimes I get some pretty dark under eye bags and it's not a pretty sight. So I have 3 products that I switch between. So I have the Andalou eye cream, the Weleda eye cream, and the one I have on hand right now, which is the Revolution 5% caffeine and hyaluronic acid eye serum. This is probably a good time to bring up that I am going to be trying the Ordinaries products. I have a lot more to learn about the science of skincare. I definitely don't think that the Ordinaries products are for beginners, because they do have acid, and some of them are of quite a high pH. So I do want to learn a lot more about the acids and what they actually do at a molecular level. So once I study that, I will update you with my findings and I will share my routine with the ordinary. That's definitely something that I'm going to be venturing into, but this is just sort of a gateway product. And again, there's caffeine in this. I love anything that's caffeine infused because my body responds really well to caffeine, makes me awake, and hopefully my skin will too. Ever since I found out about the St. Ives walnut scrub, I've definitely decreased the frequency. I was scared for life. When Kylie Jenner released a more expensive, pretty packaged version of that, I was not too fond of that. You're seriously instructing the hundreds of thousands of girls that follow you to create micro tears in their skin by using your products. Just not a fan of that. So that being said, again, I do want to get into chemical exfoliants, but as I said, I have a lot to learn and I've read some horror stories, so until we get the education we need, we are not going to be touching that. Another thing that makes me feel extra special and really pretty is having my nails done. I very rarely do my nails, mainly because I force my mum to do it for me and I am so annoying. I literally only wear like pastel pink, white, and nude, so all the like light opaque colors. So I'm like, please do 3 layers, and we sit there for like an hour. So I don't want to drag her into that again. But for me, spending money on getting my nails done professionally is not really an option. I just think it's a total waste of money. I would feel so guilty if I went there and I paid to have my nails done, like my nails. But again, I guess you could say the same thing about like skin treatments or waxing or facials. So I don't know where I am on that spectrum, but nails is just completely not justifiable in my opinion for my budget. So before you come at me, I'm not saying don't get your nails done. I'm just saying for me, at home is a much more viable option. Another thing I just want to interject here is that I think inner beauty is significantly more important than external factors. So for me, that means every night having collagen and a probiotic. I think that's a really positive step to encourage and maintain skin health, but also nurture insides. So the final few steps for me are to put on a really nourishing lip balm. You know that feeling when you wake up from having like a thick hydrating lip balm and in the morning it's still sort of on? That was my Laneige lip sleeping mask. I know I keep going over that, but that product was a godsend. Beautiful. As I said, we're looking on the natural market for an alternative and I will update you. And then it usually involves lighting a lot more candles if I've come back to my room. So on pamper routines especially, I like to do something that mellows me out before I sleep. So usually that's reading, but the final step for my pamper routine is to apply hand cream, blow out my candles and hop into bed. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Again, as I said, in these times, I think it is really important to preserve self-care routines. And also the act of getting ready makes me feel like I have purpose and structure for my day. So even if for you that's just changing into some really nice clothes around your house, that's still something that is going to get you into the routine of actually getting ready for work, opposed to lounging around in your pajamas all day, which I've definitely been guilty of, but I feel like I'm so much more productive at home when I'm not in my pajamas all day. So do what you want with that statement, but I hope you have enjoyed watching this video and you've gotten some ideas for a at-home spa routine of your own. I think self-care is an essential, and having a routine like this once every so often makes me feel like a new person, and it is so nice just to spend an afternoon relaxing. So if you did like this video, then be sure to subscribe and hopefully I will see you in my next video.